from the NBA. The Lakers today firing coach Darvin Ham after LA's first-round playoff loss to the Nuggets. ESPN also confirming that the Lakers' entire coaching staff was let go. Ham lasted only 2 seasons. The Lakers had to go through the play-in to get to the playoffs, but were knocked out by Denver for the 2nd straight season. Darvin Ham went 9-12 in the playoffs in his 2 seasons with the Lakers. That is tied for the 2nd worst win percentage by a Lakers head coach in his first 2 playoff appearances behind Jerry West. And these are the only 3 coaches with a record below 500. For reaction, Malika Andrews and the NBA Countdown crew. Malika?
Jay, thank you so very much. You know these gentlemen. It's Stephen A. Smith. It is Bob Myers. It is Michael Wilbon. Stephen A., I want to start with you here. Just your reaction. We haven't gotten a chance to hear it yet to the firing of Darvin Ham this morning.
Not happy about it. 90-74 record, 2 seasons in the NBA as a head coach, 1 Western Conference Finals trip, the other first-round exit, but both at the hands of probably the best team in basketball.
Sure.
And when we looked at this team, we said, hey, if they, if it was not for Denver, they could beat anybody else. That's what everybody was, basically saying about them. And so to see him without a job right now, it leaves me a bit salty. I'm not happy about it. I don't like it, but I am not surprised because I knew the second that Anthony Davis uttered the words that he uttered following Game 2, where he was talking about them looking confused and out of sync.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing, but it was along those lines. I knew the moment Anthony Davis said that publicly in the press conference, that is not what he does. The second I saw that, I said, Darvin Ham, this is it for him.
So great players can't be accountable anymore? They just get to point the finger at somebody else?
Yeah.
That you can make $50 and $60 million and not be accountable at all? You really? Darvin Ham's a problem. 8 of those 12 losses were to the champs. All right? So they played pretty well. They pushed. They did as well as they could do under the circumstances. Can't people say that? We're at fault? No, let's blame Darvin Ham. I've known Darvin Ham for a long time as a player and assistant coach and all these years. Darvin Ham did a good enough job last year to get praised when they got to the conference finals, even though they were a playing team. So this, Stephen A., amen to everything you said. I'm beyond salty. I'm angry that Darvin Ham has taken the fall for these guys not being good enough. I am.
Bob, you have a unique perspective on this for many reasons, but one that I think back to is that you made the decision after a head coach made the postseason a couple of years back to let him go and bring in Steve Kerr. And obviously that proved to be a good decision. It led to 4 championships for the Golden State Warriors. But what's that balance, that assessment that Michael Wilbon is talking about where, yeah, clearly there's some roster issues as well?
Yeah, that I think was a unique situation, Malika, with Mark Jackson, who did do a very good job for us and is a very good coach. And I wish he would have another chance to coach because he deserves it. If Rob Pelinka or the Lakers organization hires a coach that does what Steve Kerr did, then yeah. But you got to do that, and that's hard to do. And when we let go of Mark, I didn't know if that was going to be the answer. It's never good for an organization. It's not a happy day to fire your coach. It's not as if this solves all your issues. I like Darvin Ham. I did a couple Laker games. I don't know him as well as you do. It's hard to find decent people that work in the NBA. I can vouch for that. It is very hard. Just high character, good people. He is one of them.
He is.
I know that. And you might say, I don't care, he didn't win. Character matters in anything, and it matters in professional sports. So I watched that Game 5. That was one of the best playoff games I've ever seen in the first, in any round. That was not a Lakers team that stopped believing in their coach. That was not a broken locker room. That team competed. That Laker team brought it every night. So now what's going to happen is the unfortunate thing is when you're the head coach of the Lakers, you know if you don't win, this is what happens, right or wrong. And so the next coach coming in is going to look at this and go, if I go to the Western Conference Finals and then I lose, then I'm gone.
It does have me wondering about one thing. Is it possible that he's gone because if he weren't, somebody else would be worried? We have to ask ourselves those questions. Sometimes somebody
that would be worse. If the answer is affirmative, Steve,
sometimes somebody is let go to protect yourself. Now, I don't know whether that's the situation with Rob Pelinka, but this is not a good look as far as I'm concerned for him to be gone.